commenters have taken to this replay. Only slight alteration in their side by Cork, who had that 8-point lead wiped out 2 weeks ago. So the defence is exactly as it was in Limerick, and only a minimum rearrangement on the half-forward line, with John Myler, the number 12, going to the left, and Pat Horgan, the 11, reverting to centre half, the position in which he was an 82 Bank of Ireland All-Star. The one change of personnel brings in Francis Collins, a member of the Black Rock Club, who's chosen to partner Tim Crowley in this vital area. Francis was a second-half sub at half-back in last year's All-Ireland final. On the other hand, Limerick leave only the half-back line and the full-forward line untouched. In all, they've got one change and 4 positional switches, among them a new midfield pairing of Brian Carroll, the number 8, and Pa Foley, the number 9. Who did so well when he was moved out there after a quarter of an hour of the drawn game. Their change has the long-serving Paudie Fitzmaurice retained in the defence after going in as a second-half sub a fortnight ago. The 33-year-old gets the right full-back position. And there's a change of referee too, as George Ryan Tipperary takes over from his county man Sean O'Mara, who suffered that injury in the drawn match. And this is the first time that these two counties have met in a championship replay, believe it or not, since the 30th of July 1944. Of course, there was that replay of the National League in 1980 between them, and let's hope that today we're going to see 70 minutes as good as we saw in Limerick Gaelic Ground a fortnight ago. Kevin Hennessy here for Cork. He's been fouled by Pat Herbert. Free into Cork. Bertie O'Murphy's the one to take the free. It's a diagonal breeze, a fairly stiff breeze it is. It's blowing right across from the left-hand corner in towards Bertie Og, and he puts it wide. Matt Ray flicking it out to Jimmy Carr. Remember, he started at midfield in the drawn game. He's been fouled now. This is a scoring opportunity surely for Limerick. About 35 metres out, Pa Foley the man. Remember, he's the one in those last seconds who gave Limerick this replay. This is to the left, and Pa puts it right between the posts. He was the last one to score a fortnight ago. He's the first one to score today. What a marvellous sight to see in this midsummer's day beside the Lee in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Long pucking out by Ger Cunnigham. Pat Horgan is fouled. The modern sliotar, of course, travels much further than it did decades ago, but nevertheless, the modern-day goalkeeper getting lots of length into it. Bertie O'Murphy with a chance now of the equaliser. He doesn't miss this time. They're level, and they're playing only 3 minutes. Set for a beautiful game. That's a foul on John Buckley. Jimmy Carroll having his name taken by George Ryan, but it was accidental, I think. Jimmy Carroll, you notice, is playing left half forward. And Jimmy being warned there. He's playing left half forward, although he's programmed at right half. John Buckley is okay, as you can see. Tom Cashman's free, and what a great free it is from Tom Cashman. It was all of about 72 or 3 metres out. Brian Carr. Ger Cunnigham has time to come out and clear it from the edge of the large parallelogram right down to the other end of the field. This is Eamonn O'Donoghue. Eamonn taking the point. Pat Horgan. 7 is Seán Foley. That's John Myler. Bertie O'Murphy getting it on for Cork. Jimmy Barry Murphy. Jimmy Barry still in possession. The referee gives him the advantage. Oh no, surely George Ryan is not right there. Jimmy Barry may have held on too long, but surely he had been fouled before that. Leonard Enright with the free out for Limerick. Got away by John Buckley. This is Brian Carr and Jimmy Carr, but John Buckley gets it away. Bertie Oak Murphy now. Bertie Oak with the shot, and it's gone over. That was from about 67 or 68 metres out. That's the score. Bertie Oak, that's his second in this game. Brian Murphy battling down. This is Ger Cunnigham. John Myler here. Jimmy Barry Murphy, the two captains. Leonard Enright is the Limerick captain. Jimmy Barry trying to get inside. Still Jimmy Barry given the advantage. He's got the free now though. Bertie Oak Murphy with the 20-metre free. Bertie Oak with the Cork point. Tom Cashman it is, knocked down by Pat Horgan. Now coming to John Myler. Fluffed it, he gets it the second time. Tim Crowley, Brian Carroll beats him. Johnny Crowley here now. Bertie Oak Murphy getting away from Seán Foley. The ball gets away from him. Liam O'Donoghue covers up. Seán Foley now for Limerick, the number 7. Nicely hooked by Bertie Oak. And this is Francis Collins playing his first full championship game. Eamonn O'Donoghue then. Pat Herbert now in the race. Kevin Hennessy chasing afterwards, and Kevin takes it away from him, hurling and all, and Pat then in desperation has to kick it over that sideline. And Bertie Oak Murphy steps out of the shadow of the stand, beautifully caught by John Myler. He gets the point. Bertie Oak Murphy from the sideline on the right. John Myler jumped very high, grabbed the ball, came down, turned and took the point. Bounces off of John Buckley and Jimmy Carr. At least one is saying it bounced off the other. The sideline man says it bounced off John Buckley, the number 5. Brian Carr. That's John Flanagan, the centre half forward. He's unmarked now. Johnny Crowley closing up on him. The shot from John Flanagan. That's a point. 17 minutes into the first half. So it's taken Limerick 15 minutes to get that second score. Clearance from Mossy to Jimmy Carroll, his namesake. Brian is his brother. Tom Cashman getting Cork out of the trouble. John Flanagan, John Buckley in there, and the number 6 is Johnny Crowley. John Buckley on the floor. The man with the gold helmet is the Limerick centre half forward. He's the one who fouled it. Cashman's long free, swinging to the right. Kevin Hennessy trying to get, it's a free in. Kevin Hennessy, who was fouled there as he was trying to keep that ball in play, and Georgie Ryan spots it. Georgie Ryan right on the 20-metre line, placing the ball. He was right up with the play, not too far away, and he spotted that foul on Kevin Hennessy. So again, Bertie Oak Murphy with the free and the point. 4 points now for Bertie Oak in this game. So the Limerick supporters in that crowd can't be too happy. Remember, they're the ones that got away to a great start in the drawn game. John Myler here. Pat Horgan now. put off by Mossy Carr. Now can Limerick do something, because it's been mostly Cork up to this. Jimmy Carr gets away. Jimmy Carr gets inside again for the shot. It's stopped by Donal O'Grady. It's pulled on by Matt Ray and Ger Cunnigham. What a great save. Comes now to Danny Fitzgerald. Danny is tumbled then, so that'll be a free. Páirc Foley, just 45 metres out, and he puts it wide, far side of the post from him. And John Buckley getting it back for Cork. Grabbed by Pat Herbert, and he comes away with the clearance. Matt Ray for Limerick. Matt Ray with the shot now. He's about 40 metres out. He gets the point. Limerick needing every score now they can. But of course, Cork having the help of the big win, they need to build up the lead. Kevin Hennessy here from a difficult angle, beautifully popped over it was. He was only about 6 or 7 metres in from the right sideline. Such a change from the drawn game. It was Limerick who zoomed into a lead in the Gaelic grounds. They led for most of the first half. And then it was Cork who led in the second half. Now today in the first half it's Cork leading again. Leonard Enright with the helmet. This is Bertie Murphy for Cork. He's unmarked. This is a dangerous position. He takes the point wisely too. This is Donal O'Grady. Joe McKenna has come out centre half forward. John Flanagan's gone full forward for Limerick, but this is Matt Ray and Donal O'Grady there with him. Now Jimmy Carr with that black and white helmet, getting it inside. Ollie O'Connor, but Ger Cunnigham has it safe and he gets it away. Seán Foley knocking it down. Brian Carl here, stopped by John Buckley. Now Limerick putting some fire into the hurling. This is Danny Fitzgerald and Bertie Murphy. Ollie O'Connor way out from the corner, it's Rob and Dermot McCurtain coming away. Mossy Carl, more sting in the game now there is. This is Danny Fitzgerald, that's long range shooting that Limerick need badly. He was almost 45 metres out. The crowd are lapping it up. Tim Crawley centre. Jimmy Barry Murphy falls between himself and Leonard Enright. That's Mossy Carl. Jimmy Carl out here. Jimmy Carl now playing at midfield. Páirc Foley there with the red hair gone in right half forward. Mossy Carl here. John Myler coming in. John Myler losing it. This is Leonard Enright and Pat Herbert, the number 4. Tim Crowley, though, the marking is terribly loose in that middle of the field. Jimmy Barry Murphy bounces from his fingers. Kevin Hennessy now, close to the end line he is. Nicely centred. Jimmy Barry Murphy with this shot now into the hands of Mossy Carl. But there is very tentative right at the moment, but it's exciting. Pat Herbert, first time pulling. The suspense out there. Must be knowing the nerves of those players. Joe McKenna, remember, he's operating centre half forward now. This is John Buckley. Clever use of the ball there to Pat Horgan. Pat has the shot and he's got the point. Dead straight between the posts, and he was about 55 metres out. Faces are not too happy in the Limerick bench. Tommy Quaid's puck out, coming close to half-time, just a minute away. Liam O'Donoghue, he's one of the few men who hasn't been switched in this Limerick team. There's one man who's now gone in corner forward. Pat Foley is right corner, Ollie O'Connor here is right half. Limerick are switched all over the place. Jimmy Carr now with the shot, and he's gone wide. Oh, that was a costly miss indeed, because Jimmy Carr was dead straight in front of those posts. Pat Horgan. Brian Carr robbing him. This is Matt Way. The two corners are now come out to the half-forward line. Kevin Hennessy bounces down to Tim Crowley. He puts it to the unmarked Mossy Carl, who's robbed then. Bertie Oak Murphy, Jimmy Barry Murphy, nicely picked out of the air. The shot by Jimmy Barry, it's blocked by Paddy Fitzmaurice, and the veteran corner back here gets it away. Johnny Crowley here. Cork playing with such fire in their hurling now. This is Kevin Hennessy, and the referee brings that first half to an end, and Cork have been far superior. They go into the dressing room. Remember, they have to come out and face the wind, but Cork going into that dressing room leading by 6 points, and we'll be back for the second half after this commercial break. For the start of the second half, Cork bringing in John Fenton to replace Francis Collins, who is injured. Of course, Limerick now in the second half will be playing with the help of that wind, and you can see the strength of it there on the flags. So Cork to lead going into the second half, 10 points to 4, not a goal in it. And remember, the last day we had 5 goals and 25 points as it happened. Low scoring it is today, but the tension out there in this cliffhanger, you could almost cut it with a knife. Can Cork hold on now? Remember, they were caught leading 8 points 12 minutes into the second half in the drawn game. A very warm day despite the stiff breeze that's blowing. And it's behind Seán Foley now, the wind is, as he takes that sideline for Joe McKenna. Reverted to centre, or to full forward for the second half, and he opens the second half with a magnificent point from a difficult angle. Way out on that left sideline he was. This is what Limerick need to start this second half. Eamonn Cregan coming on the field, selector now, a player, a sub about to come in. This is Danny Fitzgerald, but John Buckley now coming away. John Buckley fouled after he had cleared the ball by John Flanagan. It's Eamonn Cregan coming in. And Pa Foley hobbling off the field. Some smiles now that we didn't see in the first half from Limerick. Seán Foley just on the middle of the field, lofting it nicely into the parallelogram. Joe McKenna, it's in! Joe McKenna. Now we've got a second half. It was Seán Foley's long free from the middle of the field. It landed in the small parallelogram. Joe McKenna connected, and that's the first goal of the game. Now what a contest it is. A pulsating second half. Brian Murphy getting it away. Eamonn O'Donoghue, the 15. This is Kevin Hennessy. Inside to John Myler. He's got the shot, but it was a weak one. He was being tackled. In fact, he was being fouled. You can see the referee pointing. And Liam O'Donoghue committing the foul then. Kevin, okay again. Now the free from Bertie Oak Murphy takes the point. Shawnee O'Leary on the field for Cork. The atmosphere now is electrified down in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Shawnee O'Leary, one of the great veterans, 31 years of age in February, and he's in the Cork panel since 1971. Tom Cashman. Matt Ray is beaten by Tom Cashman. The referee will throw that in between them. The ball bouncing off the referee himself, so he throws it in between John Fenton, Jimmy Carroll. Now Donal O'Grady, nice hand pass to Tom Cashman. Eamonn O'Donoghue beautifully plucked out of the air. He gives the pass to Kevin Hennessy. Good solo by Kevin Hennessy. Tommy Quaid is out to it. Jimmy Barry Murphy robs that goalkeeper, and Jimmy Barry getting it inside. Eamonn O'Donoghue's the 15. It's got away by Leonard Enright. My goodness, what a contest now in the second half. Tim Crowley here. The shot from Tim Crowley, it's gone wide, it's gone wide. The other umpire is signalling it wide. It's breaking away to John Fenton. Remember, he was a sub in the second half, dropped for this game but brought in at half-time. Tim Crowley. Pat Herbert coming away with it. Here for Limerick. The number 4 is Dermot McCurtain, robs him, and Dermot gets into the open space and gets the clearance away. Bertie Oak Murphy, but Sean Foley getting it away for Limerick. This is Pat Horgan here now. And now Eamonn O'Donoghue, he's got the point. It came from the delivery by Pat Horgan. Jimmy Carroll here with the helmet. Pat Horgan with the black helmet. He's playing right half back for Cork now instead of Johnny Buckley. This is Dermot McCurtain. Liam O'Donoghue. Joe McKenna knocked away from him by Donal O'Grady. Donal's shotgun over the line. Liam O'Donoghue is the taker. Ollie O'Connor here for Limerick. Gets inside Tom Cashman and Dermot McCurtain. And is a free in. Fouled by Johnny Crowley after he'd hit the ball. Johnny has spoken to by the referee. A warning for the centre halfback. On the 20-metre line. Could he be thinking of going for the goal? The shot, no, he takes the point. The puck out. Well taken by John Myler. Shawnee O'Leary getting it back in, trying to get it to Jimmy Barry Murphy. It comes to Eamonn O'Donoghue. Mossy Carroll is the number 6. Eamonn O'Donoghue with the pass to Kevin Hennessy. Kevin with the shot. Half blocked it was. Shawnee Leary's in there. The goalkeeper stopped it. Tommy Quaid doing well because Shawnee O'Leary was right in there. This is Tom Cashman's delivery. Jimmy Barry Murphy. Now Jimmy Barry Murphy about 35 metres out. Tommy Quaid coming way out. That was marvellous anticipation by Tommy Quaid. And he swings the play to the other end. Oh, if we said this wasn't quite as good in the first half as the drawn game, it surely is now. This is Danny Fitzgerald. That's a point. There are only 2 between them now. Tomas Mulcahy being brought in for Cork, the number 21. Kevin Hennessy. He's centre half forward now, gets it into Eamonn O'Donoghue. Eamon's shot has just gone wide.
Frankie Nolan for Matt Ray for Limerick. Frankie Nolan for Matt Ray.
This is Ollie O'Connor. Ollie's got his point. The right corner forward. Now just 1 point between them. Ten to 4, Cork led at half-time. Now Kevin Hennessy. Sean Leary for Cork. Bounces away from him. It's Jimmy Barry Murphy now though. Jimmy having his way blocked. Gets it to John Fenton. And John gets the point. That was nice work by Jimmy Barry Murphy. A good pass to the midfielder. And John Fenton gets the point. Opening the gap again to 2 points. This bounces to Frankie Nolan, the veteran from 1973, and Frankie's got a free. This must be a score. So Frankie Nolan, who was brought in the drawn game, and brought in again, one of the heroes of Limerick's All-Ireland in the early 70s. Eamonn Cregan with the shot and with the point. Point now separating them again. Tom Cashman, shot blocked, he gets it second time. Eamon O'Donoghue here, couldn't get the pass to John Fenton. This is Jimmy Barry Murphy, it's a goal! Oh, Jimmy Barry Murphy gets it! Jimmy Barry Murphy, the full forward, is the scorer. It was Eamon O'Donoghue's pass was meant for John Fenton. He got it inside. It broke to Jimmy Barry Murphy. He gets it. And Ollie O'Connor has added a point for Limerick. So within seconds, Ollie O'Connor has hit back with a point. But Jimmy Barry Murphy, the full forward, who loves to snap up the chances like that. 21 is Tomas Mulcahy to Kevin Hennessy, and Kevin from a difficult angle. That's magnificent by Kevin. Remember, he was one of the successful All-Ireland under-21s last year. Tommy Quaid with the puck out. Ollie O'Connor. Fouled by Dermot McCurtain. Sean Foley, he's right at the middle of the field. Will he drop this in the parallelogram? Right in. It'll go over, up the upright and over the bar. I'm sure he didn't intend that, but it came off the post and over. 3 points now between them yet again. Cashman gets it away for Cork. Mossy Carroll for Limerick. Shot blocked. Tim Crowley is the number 9 along with them. Bertie Oak Murphy, the 10 for Cork. Bertie Oak comes away with it, and the shot from him right beside the sideline. He's put it wide. Into the last 5 minutes we are now. 3 points Cork leading. The first, Liam O'Donoghue here. That's a free. John Fenton, the guilty one. The last time these counties had met in a championship replay was in 1944 in the Munster final. Cork won that one by 3 points. Cork also won the National League replay here on this ground when they played in the final of the 1980 National League. Now a chance for Frankie Nolan. It's blocked by Johnny Crawley. And the number 6. Joe McKenna along with them, still Johnny Crawley. That's good ball control, gives it to Pat Horgan. who's playing superbly since he moved to that half-back line. Tim Crawley here now. And Tim Crawley, the big midfielder, getting it away. Cork have played with such earnestness and determination today. And Jimmy Barry Murphy way outfield. This is Eamonn O'Donoghue. The long shot from Eamonn. The goalkeeper goes up for it and has it safely. Sean Foley and Bertie Oak Murphy. Referee awarding a free, or is he going to throw it in? No, he's pointing to the spot. It's a Limerick free. Bertie Oak asks him what time it is, and quite rightly George Ryan tells him. That means that there's just about a little over 3 minutes to go. The ball breaking loose to Frankie Nolan. Ger Cunnigham has it stopped. Oh, that was point blank range by Frankie Nolan. But Ger Cunnigham got down to it well, on the knees, and he had his body behind it. Now this is Tomás Mulcahy. The race between Pat Herbert and Sean O'Leary. Sean O'Leary to Kevin Hennessy. Leonard Enright, Kevin Hennessy, the goalkeeper Tommy Quaid. Tommy coming away with it. That was dangerous for Limerick, but Tommy Quaid was equal to it. Danny Fitzgerald now for Limerick. Danny Fitzgerald with a magnificent shot. Way out on the left-hand sideline, as you can see, and he drops over the point. The nerve ends must be tossed now down in that Cork dugout. John Flanagan here now. Tim Crowley with the long delivery. Leonard Enright and Kevin Hennessy. Kevin has moved in full forward. Jimmy Barry Murphy centre half forward. This is Liam O'Donoghue. Now can Limerick do something in this last 30 seconds? And right behind the referee's back, there are two players on the ground just to the right of the picture there. The referee now sorting them out. Tomás Mulcahy and Liam O'Donoghue. And it wasn't words of endearment, they were whispering in each other's ears, I can show you. But sorted out. This has been a splendid game and a sporting one. We're into the last few seconds. The Cork sideline ball. They're 2 points ahead and looking good for the Munster final against Waterford. That means it'll be in Limerick on the 10th of July. If Cork qualify, it's in Limerick. It's gone wide, and at this stage that wide might be as good as a point. Whistles all round the ground, but there were some stoppages. Now Tom Cashman here, and that's it. It's all over.